Hey there, Christopher Thunder here from Rider in the Storm. Today we're going to do another video short that is too short. And we're not working on my computer. What we're doing is we're working on my helmet. Yes, I write a lot of crap on my helmet and I have a lot of fun with that. But helmet maintenance is pretty important and I've got a lot of stuff to do on my helmet. One of my largest issues is my face screen or windscreen. On my helmet, the face shield, it has been removed, and I had some problems in the rain recently where the rain was dripping down the front of the visor on the inside, leaving like a rain mark on the inside of my visor. And it's really hard to get at that, try and wipe that clean when you're riding. So I'm going to try and fix that today by bringing the face shield closer in to this seal here. And the way you do that is you get to the hinge here on the side of the helmet and you try to move the mechanicals of that hinge further back. Now, even if you can get a millimeter out of it, you'll probably do pretty good. So what you're trying to do here is you're trying to move the mechanical parts back on that bolt. You're going to see that that bolt is not really centered on that mechanical circle there. So I'm going to loosen that bolt, try to push everything back as far as I can in that direction, and then I'm going to tighten that bolt back up, and we're going to see how that works out. I've moved under my my lamp here in my man cave. There's tape all over this thing. There's tape here on the Bluetooth assembly area. You can actually remove this cover plate and put Bluetooth parts underneath here. I have covered this in tape to cut down on the wind noise for this. So you're going to see this, and I have my little symbol there. In Japanese, not Chinese. This is Chinese. This is Japanese. Okay, folks, get it right. Here we go with the hinge. So this is a star bit right here. I don't know if you can see that. I'm going to try to make that as clear as possible. You're going to put the star bit here, and you're going to turn counterclockwise, and that is tight. So we're going to take that and loosen that up pretty good. We don't want it to fall out. And you can see almost immediately that I can move this whole hinge assembly. I'm going to see if I get a close-up on that. So, see that whole hinge assembly moving there on that bolt? You can see that moving pretty clearly now with the black tape there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to push that all the way back as far as I can with my thumb, and then I'm going to tighten that back up as best I can. And you don't want to snap the plastic, so just snug it up. And that should do. Let's do the other side real quick. So we're over here again. We're going to take this and we're going to loosen it up. Pop it up. There we go. Now, you can see here that this is free to move again. This whole hinge piece is moving. I don't know if you can see that. I'll try to make that very clear. See how that's moving? That whole jaw piece? So I'm going to push that jaw piece as far back as I can, get a really good grip on it, and then I'm going to lock that down. Alright, I think that did it. Now we're going to check the operation of the helmet. Pop it open, and it latches. Pop it open again, and it latches. The next thing to do is to put the visor on and try it again. We're going to do that in a minute. Something real quick, try to use the window cleaner that doesn't have all the harsh chemicals in it. Usually you can tell by the smell. When you put this on and you need to hold your nose, that's the older, chemically harsh window cleaner. You don't want that stuff. You want the mild stuff. So that's an easy way to tell what it is. It might say, no ammonia on it or something like that. This works fine with my visor. Yeah, they're real expensive. They're about $100. So don't use harsh chemicals on your visor. Clean your visor first, which I just did. So here's my Judge Dredd, I am the law visor, right? And you just want to wipe that real quick before you put it on, because you're going to handle it and it's going to get really messed up with fingerprints as you put it on. So here we go. We're going to put it on now. With the helmet closed and locked, what you want to do is you want to try to find the hinge, use a bright light, and put the visor on the hinge in the middle. Now this visor, when it's pulled off, is open. So you want to make sure that it's in the open position when you pop it into place. Now I'm looking for the right place for this to go. Okay, so that's probably going to go like that. Wow, that is a pain in the butt. So, not doing so well with this. On the visor, you're going to see 2 quarter circles. You can see that with the light. What you want to do is you want to get those quarter circles here and here so that you can pop this into place. And it helps to find this little spring-loaded hinge. So I'm going to show you that close up there. Find the spring-loaded hinge. Install with the visor open. And in it goes. Yeah, that snap sounded terrible. That sounded like I broke it. But no, I did not. Now, again, pull on the spring-loaded piece and snap the other side in. Now, did I really get it or not? Sometimes when you're working with this, you'll snap it into place and you'll think that it's really in there. And then when you go to operate the helmet, it pops out. So don't just snap this in and go out and throw your helmet on and go for a ride. You're probably going to find your face shield lying on the highway somewhere. Don't do that. Now, we're going to check the operation, make sure it's nice. That seems to be okay. We're checking the hinge, making sure the hinge is working. That feels nice and tight. And I'm just looking at it real quick. So what I'm looking for is I'm looking to make sure that this leading edge up here is real tight against the helmet. This is where all that helmet wind noise comes from. While you're riding along at 80 miles an hour, that noise that drives you absolutely bananas, well, that's coming from this right here, this step between here and here. If you look up something called laminar flow, you'll find that that has a lot to do with your wind noise in your helmet. You want to make sure the wind noise is smooth. So make sure this visor is tight against this shell. What I'm going to do to cut down on the wind noise, because this step is quite large, is I'm going to put some tape along this leading edge, and that's going to fix my wind noise problem. Gorilla tape works great. I'm going to try for some electrical tape this time. Some tape that stands up pretty well in the heat. Gorilla tape is better because it can take the heat. But I'm going to try some electrical tape, and if it peels off, I'm going to go back to Gorilla tape. I do a lot of experimenting, and I have a lot of success. So folks, that's my helmet visor video for today. I want to thank everybody for watching and enjoying. Yes, clamshell helmets can be a bit of a bummer, but you know, once you figure them out, you know, they're actually pretty good. They can be very noisy. Use some tape. You know, put some tape on the side here. That'll quiet that down. Put some tape along this leading edge up here on the white area, and that'll quiet down this, and you'll enjoy your clamshell helmet a lot better. Thanks again for watching Rider of the Storm and Christopher Thunder, and see you next time.